That would help, folks. I'm apologize over there on the YouTube side. Well, we've been live on the Facebook. Start. We haven't been on the YouTube side. Either way, we've been live. We're live now on YouTube. Oops. Yeah, that's what I said. Oops. Well, David out there said 6 p.m. Did I miss the time zone? So no, you didn't miss the time zone, man. Starts at 9. But either way, we're live on the YouTube, so there we go. If you wanted to catch first of the race, first 30 minutes, come on over on the Facebook side. Definitely gonna be there. We're gonna get the last 30 here on YouTube and Facebook. How's that? Bus stop though, man. I'm gonna tell you what, Justin Fuller. I don't know. I mean, if you're Daniel Falkenham at this point, what do you do?
I think you ride, you wait, and you let Justin Fuller burn his stuff up, and you keep waiting until Trey Edson starts to get close. Once he gets close, then you put on the gas and you get around Justin Fuller and let those two battle it out. But until then, yeah, save your stuff here. You might as well.
All right, good deal. Well, I'll tell you what, man, back on 4th, Tommy Ryan's hanging on to it. You got E.J. O'Rourke hanging on there in the 5th. Ryan Howard up in the 6th. Brian Macklin sitting in 7th. Sean Casto back up to 8th. Robert Gillenwater 9th. Chad Coleman right there in the 10th place spot. Chad's having a good run here tonight. Round 2 of the chase. Whoever wins this race. And I know those top 3 guys up there. And you can see Daniel Falkenham now is putting the pressure on Justin Fuller. So I think it's a matter of time before Justin probably is going to be feeling right there. Yeah, he's starting to feel the pressure of Daniel because he overdrove the bus stop there for a moment.
Yeah, he for sure is feeling the pressure. That's a car length between them, if that. So it's very, very close here. Daniel Falkenham applying the pressure without having to do any work.
And I think that's what Daniel's sitting back here doing. You know what? I'm going to just keep applying that pressure to him, pushing on him a little bit, letting Justin feel the heat back here, and let him make a mistake, and then I'm going to just capitalize on it. Because in that bus stop almost was a huge one. He caught those rumble strips coming through it and almost upset that truck. He was able to catch it just in time, but yeah, I mean, Daniel's there. If anything happens, he's going to be able to jump on it. And he's Justin, boy, look at that.
Oh,
and there it is.
Saved it.
Wow. And you see what Daniel did. I think that was smart, what Daniel just did right there, Jeff. He did not try to force the issue to pass him, because I feel like he probably known if he would have put his nose in there, he probably would have wrecked both him and himself. He actually got up there on the rear and said, I'm going to tell you what, that probably was a veteran move that Daniel did. Now, Trey Edson's closing in. Daniel's going to have to make a decision here. I got to get around Justin. I feel like he is faster than Justin right now.
If I'm Daniel Falkenham, now's the time to go. You just lost a ton of time to Trey Edson behind because he had to check up. Justin Fuller's all over the place, and from your perspective, if you're Daniel Falkenham, you're now saying, this guy, I can't sit behind him anymore. It's time to go.
Yeah, and you can see Justin, I think right now, is just pushing that truck to the envelope, and he knows the handling's just going away, and I think it's a matter of time. Right there it is. Yep, here comes Daniel. I think he's going to be able to get the slingshot move going in turn 1. He'll just outbrake him here in turn 1 and take that spot away with ease. Justin's not going to give it up easily, though. And no, he made almost contact.
They did make contact, and now Trey Edson gets by.
You know what I was about to say earlier is because between these 3 trucks here, you know, they are chase drivers, all 3 of them there. And the thing about it, a win and you're into the round of 6. So to win at this track and to know the next 2 tracks that you're safe, I don't know. But I think what we're done here is Trey Edson set himself up by pitting later. He's got 2 lap better tires than Daniel does. So we're going to have to see if that pays dividends here for Trey Edson. And right now it looks like it might.
Maybe so, as he's right on that back bumper, thinking about a move, thinking hard, and thinks better. Now he's right behind Daniel Falkingham, so the hunter becomes the hunted. As Trey Edson is now right on that back bumper at Daniel Falkingham.
And if you're Daniel, though, the one thing you can do is make Trey Edson use a lot of those tires behind you there, too. And hopefully maybe Justin gets up there and rattles the cage a little bit of Trey. But Justin right now falling back. You see Daniel still, you know, again, in road racing, you just can't get up there and punch your nose anywhere because you take a huge chance of wrecking yourself. So you've still got to set the pass up. But you want to sit there and kind of intimidate the guy in front of you. Make him make a mistake. Make him miss those entry points, exit points. And then that's when the time to do it. I mean, we saw Daniel do it there on Justin.
I think that's exactly what Trey Edson's going to do. He was sitting second for a long time earlier, and now he's going to sit second here once again. Try and work his way around Daniel Falkingham, who's got the car under control. You know, it seems like it's handling just the way he needs it to. But he's got a lot of work to do, 10 minutes worth of work to do here. He wants to get this win.
Yeah, it is, and you can see Justin right there. Maybe cool down those tires. That's the one thing Daniel would like to see. Justin get up there maybe and mess with Trey just a little bit and see if, you know, and then maybe we're able to get that gap out there between them. But right now, it is still a 3-truck battle. And any one of those trucks up there can still pull this thing off. So what they're seeing, see Trey, look on the inside there. That can throw a guy off his game plan. Just that little subtle move that Trey did. You might think, oh, is he going to dive on the inside? I need to move over or do something like that. But Daniel didn't fall for it that time.
You're exactly right, and that's a very smart move to pull because it takes advantage of someone's natural instincts when they're racing. If you see someone step out of line behind you as a racer and coming up quick, you think that they're going to dive bomb you, and your natural instinct is to pull left a little bit and try and avoid the collision. But if they're going to check up, then they have now that open lane to get to your inside. That's a very smart move by Trey Edson, but an even smarter move by Daniel Falkingham to say, well, he's not going to pull that on me.
Yeah, and you're right. So that's, you know, both of these guys right now, all three of them definitely driving like true veterans out here on the iRacing circuit here tonight for the Sim500 Kickass Beef Jerky Truck Series. It is the round of 8 here. So first race of the second round and the round of 8 for the championship here. Right now you see 3 of the chase drivers up front. Trey Edson, Daniel Falkingham, and Justin Fuller. Now, right now, 1, 2, and 3 is Daniel's out front. Daniel right now has moved away just a little bit, and we've seen him do this. I think Trey Edson's chance of getting Daniel was early on there. You've seen Daniel, he's so smooth on these long runs.
Yeah, that's what you need to be. You need to be smooth. You need to be consistent. He's now running still laps in the 113 range, which is very, very quick. I think he's got a good chance at holding off Trey Edson. Trey Edson needs a mistake out of him, and it's really going to be who's more perfect to the end here, Daniel Falkingham or Trey Edson, with Justin Fuller lurking in the background if they both wreck.
Got those lap machines up there, too. They could always play a factor, definitely if you catch them in the wrong spot on the road course or the track out here. You know, obviously a lot of the lap traffic here on the circuit. You see Trey Edson came out of turn 10 right there. Well, he was all kind of kicking it sideways. You know, Daniel, he would love to have caught that lap car going into turn 1 there. He's probably going to catch him. And look at that. That's good job by the lap machine right there. Just recognize the leaders are coming. Awesome sportsmanship there on Don Runkle's part, because they were going to catch him coming up the hill.
And lap cars don't have to get out of the way here. You know, they're supposed to just hold their line, but it's the right thing to do. As Trey Edson almost locks it down, getting into Daniel Falkingham. Very close call there, and I think that's Trey Edson's sign of, all right, time to go. Let's get this done.
You know, I got to look at that move right there. You saw what Daniel did. Daniel pulled to the inside, because that's pretty much what you do coming into the bus stop. You cut on the inside. It's kind of unique It's a right-hander instead of left-hand turn. And he let Trey have that outside, but Trey just had to lock it up. And that was just a smooth move, I think, on Daniel's part to recognize, okay, he's coming. He might actually get that inside, but he took the inside away, which was the passing lane. Which Trey wasn't able to catch. You know, he had to actually, that momentum he had almost threw him sideways.
Worked out well, though, for Daniel Falkingham, as now he's actually gotten a little bit of breathing room from Trey Edson. Now we're coming down to just a few minutes left in this race. This is do or die time for these guys. Just a couple laps left, a couple more trips around Watkins Glen here, and a little bit of lap traffic just to make things interesting.
It is, you know, and right now Daniel's going to catch the truck here. He's going to get it in the carousel turn. There's a good passing turn in itself there. Makes a smooth pass on the inside. Coming out of it, long short chute right there. And I think, you know, Trey could have cooked those tires a little bit with that spin too. And that's something we're seeing as he has lost, you know, on a road track, lost a ton of time here to the back of the lap car now. It's like, okay, I'll just go through the grass, let you guys go, Scott Stencil. But right now, it amazes me when they come out of that turn 10 there, last turn, how they slide across those rumble strips coming to the line.
Yeah, they push it hard on corner exit, and you see it right there. Daniel Falkingham as well getting a little bit loose, trying to hold on to it. But Trey Edson has now fallen way off. I'm wondering if he's not driven through his tires, and Daniel Falkingham could have a good advantage here if he doesn't throw it away.
Absolutely, and I tell you, you know, Daniel right now, you're right. It's all in his hands. Don't want to throw it away because he's definitely out front. You got Trey right there, though, who is falling back into the Justin Fuller's clutches. And Justin's like, man, you know, hey, look, if Daniel wins it, he's automatically in the next round. But, hey, I could capitalize on some points here if I get in, you know, second place. You still got Tommy Ryan back here and E.J. O'Rourke. I mean, I got to give my hats off to those guys. And just to give y'all a heads up out there in the viewer world, let me, wrong one. Let me throw up here for you the graph up here for who is in, who's not in, and who's looking what right now. Daniel Falkingham obviously in the chase right there, along with Justin Fuller, you know, Trey Edson, and all. So all three of them are. But whoever wins, obviously, will go to the round of 6 automatically. So that will make their life a lot easier for the next 2 races. But, you know, again, you're up front. Racing, definitely points matter. 8 drivers out here tonight, definitely doing what they need to do.
Absolutely, and Daniel Falkingham pulled another 2/10 there, and Justin Fuller is gaining on Trey Edson, so that battle for second place could lock it up here for Daniel Falkingham as well. I think he's hoping to see those two battle it out.
Yeah, it is. Tyler Dalton. Crash. Let's go back and watch it again and see what happened. He's heading up the hill. He's side by side with Ched Coleman, and him and Ched Coleman's made a little contact, and then he caught the wall. Actually, the wall caught him and stopped him dead. Said, "You're not going nowhere. You're done."
That sure looks to be the case, but someone who's not been slowed up or stopped at all here, Daniel Falkingham. Let's see how much more time he pulls.
Fuller second.
We're now up to second, man. Oh boy. That's,
I think Trey Edson cooked those tires when he did that spin.
I think so as well, as now Justin Fuller is 2.2 seconds back off of Daniel Falkingham. Just a few minutes left here. A couple, probably 2-3 more laps around here. And then Daniel Falkingham will have this win if he can keep it together.
And here's another thing. He's got damage. I think him and Fuller might have made contact, or he made contact somewhere. I mean, somewhere Trey Edson made contact on that right front. Was it him and Justin Fuller, maybe? Because Justin now has contact on his. Well, let me see. Let me go to Justin's. His looks straight. If I can't get a good back end view or something, but I'm not sure where Trey got that damage. I don't know if that happened when they went into that bus stop. You know, Daniel's not showing any damage nowhere near on his truck or anything. There's a lot right there on the front, right front of Trey. So obviously that's, you know, another reason why that truck is off the pace right now. It's probably hindering the handling and the tires and everything else. You know, I'm not sure if it happened when they went into that bus stop or not.
Yeah, I'm taking a look back, and I'm not seeing where that may have happened. I'm probably just missing it here, but still, up front, great run for Daniel Falkingham, and I think a little bit of damage on Justin Fuller sort of seals the deal for Falkingham here. If he wasn't already guaranteed before, a little bit of damage on the front end is definitely going to make it easier for Falkingham to pull away from
yeah. Sean Casto back here in ninth. He's working over Robert Gillenwater. That's actually a battle for 8th and 9th place spots. So those two are looking good. As folks, it's kind of unique for me to say this as we've got less than 5 minutes left in the race. It's not, well, we've got 5 laps left. It's less than 5 minutes here in the race. So. Yeah, it's something you just don't hear a lot of in a NASCAR race.
Yeah, just a few minutes left. Yeah, you don't hear that too often, do you?
So definitely different on that end. I've done some road races where it was timed and stuff like that. It's kind of unique to see and whatnot. And I know you mentioned earlier when you talk about time races, it's about who was the fastest on total time and all that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, I think that is how if they set it up that way in the race, because I think there's an option to where you can set it that way or not, because I know some of the time races I did, whoever finished in the position. So I'm not sure if that maybe is an option that they can do, because I know what you're talking about, like Le Mans, 24 hours. And actually, we know the famous ending with the Ford GT back in the day when it won, is why he didn't win the Triple Crown, is because even though he passed or finished first, his total time wasn't the fastest because he slowed down for his teammates and all so they could cross the line. But yeah, in a 24-hour Le Mans, I think in real life they actually go off by time.
I'm really not sure, but we're getting now to the point where these guys are just sort of cruising around here. The field is sort of set. You know, Trey Edson's not going to catch Justin Fuller, who's not going to catch Daniel Falkingham. E.J. O'Rourke, Tommy Ryan, those guys are way far back. I think they might be battling for position back by E.J. O'Rourke. Yeah, E.J. O'Rourke and Tommy, they're the closest battle on track, but even still, it's still a gap between the two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's just your typical style road racing. It can get spread out throughout the field. You find little battles here and there. Like I say, with EJ here and Tommy Ryan, they're battling it out. That's going to be for 4th and 5th place spot. So those two guys right there definitely trying to see what they can come up with late in the race. But, you know, normally, again, takes us back to, you know, road course racing. You've got to appreciate the skill and the art that it takes to get around the tracks. I think that's really the biggest difference between this and what dirt or oval racing would be about. When you talk about road racing, you talk about, I think it's more the driver and the machinery that they have. That's why I kind of really love, you know, GT3, GTE cars, because there's so much tech involved in those cars, and they really are close to well, figuratively speaking, close to the real predecessors, but there's so much tech involved in those cars that it really is an art for them. And as an engineer there, Jeff, you know, I'd say you probably should appreciate a lot of the engineering that goes into those machines.
Oh, absolutely, and it's everything in racing as well. It's amazing some of the things that go on behind the scenes, how optimized everything is. And honestly, take a look at some of the things that they will do for the races. Tiny advantages that they get just by making one small, tiny adjustment that they hope no one notices makes all the difference in the world. Everything on these cars is tuned to perfection.
And Justin Fuller has just lost second place. He has crashed. Let's go and watch the replay again and see what happened. He's coming out of turn 10, the last turn here, and he loops it coming out of the turn and slams the wall hard. So Justin Fuller slamming the wall hard. Trey Edson's able to get back around him. So, you know, we say that it's a done deal. Daniel Falkenham obviously has a huge lead, but just like that, Justin Fuller hitting the wall hard. Coming out of the last turn.
Yeah, that changes everything for Justin Fuller there. I think he's going to hold on to third place, but looks like his left side's just caught the grass a little bit, and that threw the whole car around.
Well, they should come around and take the white flag this time by. Checkered flag, excuse me. As here comes Daniel Falkenham, final time. He is going to come across the line and win it here as the time expires to an hour. And Trey Edson's going to hang on to second. Justin Fuller's definitely going to hang on there to third because EJ was just so far back. But, man, that last turn there on Justin, he's probably thinking, ouch, that one hurt.
What a great race, though, all around. A fantastic run for Daniel Falkenham from 21st of 25 cars. 21st to first, therefore. That's unbelievable. And he won it by over 8.5 seconds.
That's domination right there.
It really is.
Still can't move anybody. I will see if they jump up here into the waiting room for me. All right. We'll give them a few minutes here and let them get settled up here and jump up here. In the meantime, we're going to here and see if we can get the results order here and show you what that one looks like here tonight here at Glen Watkins Glen here. Very good run, very good race. You know, and that man right there, Daniel Falkenham, he did an outstanding job here tonight. See if they jump up here. Can't move them, so yeah. Wait on them. What do you think, Jeff? Just final words on it.
Well, I thought it was all around a really fantastic race. I am amazed at Daniel Falkenham's ability to drive up through the field and get to the front there. Looks like we got Trey Edson though, as he's ready to talk.
All right, well let's bring up Trey Edson here and
EJ,
let's get a word with him. Ow. Well, let's get a word here. There's Justin Fuller. We'll get a word with him and bring him up.
Justin, it's Jeff up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, we got you.
Well, that was a great race you ran out there. You led a good chunk of it, but there was one point later on in the race when you were right behind Daniel Falkenham, and it seemed like you weren't too happy with how he was racing you and throwing some blocks there. So what was going through your mind at that point?
I knew he was faster than me, especially on the long run, which is perfectly fine. But if you're going to block me and then you're going to totally miss the ensuing corner after that when I go to your outside and you door me, that's your one and only chance right there. If he would have blocked me one more time or held me up at all, he was going to get dumped. So he ended up letting me go, or I think he let me go. He didn't block me again, that's for sure. So But it is what it is. I can't seem to keep the rear tires on it at this track. I mean, I can do the same stuff that I do at Sonoma, where I'm a lot better at, and I hate that track compared to Watkins Glen, and it just doesn't work. I get too much wheel hop here, and it kills the rear tires. So it is what it is. We got a third, so good points to start this round off.
Absolutely. And how confident are you feeling going into the next round?
Oh, I mean, I don't. Well, we still got 2 more races to go in this round, so I got to make it to there first.
I know. I mean, are you feeling confident that you're going to be able to make it to the next round?
I'm not even sure what the tracks are, to be honest with you, but let's see here. Texas and Las Vegas, they're both draft tracks, so not really. I mean, Texas, it's not quite a draft track, especially with turns 1 and 2, but if we don't win Texas, we go to Vegas. Vegas is literally just another Talladega, Daytona, and it's just a toss-up, and it's just wide open the whole time. So, not really. We've had the finishes. I think we can. Other than last week, we got involved. I wrecked myself last week, so we've had the finishes. Just it's kind of annoying. I really want to win here at my home track, and I could never figure it out as much as I love this place. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Absolutely. And do you have anyone you want to thank here for this third place finish here tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Kickass Beef Jerky for sponsoring the series. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do it the way we do it. Thank Nick Silver for being the admin of the series, and Joey Gattina for the league. Thank Trey Edson for my paint scheme. He does phenomenal work. Thank Personal Comfort with Scott Stenzel. Looking for a better number, at a better price. They're the ones to check out. I say it all the time when I get an interview. I got one of their products here, and it's amazing sleep. It did take me a couple days to get used to. It is a little different, It's not you're not your conventional mattress, but I would never go back to anything else. Thanks Sean Yoder with Nemesis Lab. If you're looking to get into sim racing, like seriously, check out his website, Nemesis Lab, and check out their products. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and I guess we'll see you in Texas.
Well, we will see you there. Congrats on the third place run here tonight, and have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
There you go, Justin Fuller, man. That's something bad fast, man, right there. Well, let's bring this guy up here, Trey Edson. He was able to hang on to second.
Trey, it's Jeff up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Well, it was a hard-fought battle there, but I have to ask, when you were sort of right there behind Daniel Falkingham, what were you thinking on trying to get around him? Did you think you were going to be able to get a run for him?
Yeah, I had 2-lap newer tires, so I thought that would come into play. I was just trying to force him into a mistake, but I ended up making one of my own. Got real tight going up the hill. So what would that be? Turn 2 or 3, whatever it is, back to the left right before you get down the straightaway. It just got super tight, and I caught the Armco there, and it just ripped the right side of the truck off. It was plowing after I did that, and I was probably overdriving, but I was hoping he would either make a mistake or I could stay on his bumper into the last lap and maybe do something exciting. But it is what it is. It's a road course. It's always good to come out on the other side of those things of the top 5. So I'll take it. A little disappointed, but good run for Daniel. That's impressive to come from the back. There's like the middle part where I don't know about the very start of the run. I'm sure he was just as fast, but the end of the run right before he pitted, he seemed to start falling off. But there's like a 10 or 15 lap, I guess, a window there where he was just really, really freaking good. So good for him. It was impressive. So we'll just go on to wherever the heck we go next.
Yeah, you're on to some bigger tracks. Texas and I believe Vegas are coming up next. How are you feeling going into those?
Texas should be good. Vegas was stupid in the spring. I hate to be like negative like that, but we were damn wide open and 18 wide, and you can't get away from each other. So it's kind of like Auto Club, where you get people at the front that are never at the front and they don't know how to race. So I guess I ended up getting in a massive wreck at Vegas, so I would hope we don't do that again. I think I got somebody spun in front of me. I was like 5th on back. It was the biggest truck wreck I've ever seen in Las Vegas. So we need to avoid that. And Texas should be good. We'll have to lift probably in 1 and 2, and then I'll be shocked if 3 and 4 are written wide open. But I think it's the new Texas, the repaved one. So that's how that'll drive. So good way to start this round. This is kind of the round I was looking at that I just need to hopefully survive. And then Talladega, that's the next round opener. But Rockingham and Martinsville, I'm pretty confident to go in there. So just kind of in my mind as a 20 truck, and we just got to get through this round.
Absolutely. Do you have anyone you want to thank for the second place finish here tonight?
Yeah, man. Thanks to you and Joe. Y'all do a great job. I'm sure I'll go watch a little bit of it tomorrow and watch all the mistakes I made. And thanks to Jason Barham and Kickass Beef Jerky and Joey Gattina and everybody that gets this league going and all the sponsors. So I got a headache. Sorry if I sound like I'm down and out, but my eyes need a rest. So yeah, I'll stop it there, and hopefully I can talk to you guys next week.
Well, go take some rest. You've earned it. But have a good week off here. Now you will have about a week until we go to Texas, and good luck there. We'll probably be talking to you here in the top 3. You always seem to be running up here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's when you get an interview, you know you had a good night. So hopefully I get to talk to you guys again. Y'all have a great week, great evening, and hopefully we'll get to chat at you about the same time next week.
Sounds good to us. We'll hopefully see you then. Congrats on a good run tonight.
There you go, Trey Edson, man. I tell you what, he was able to pull it off here in second here tonight, and an outstanding run by him. Good point snipe. This guy right here, he had it on the lockdown. Daniel Falkenham, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Daniel, I'll tell you what, you just ran through the field and made it look easy here tonight. There was a couple close calls out there, but wow, I mean, how was that truck handling for you? I mean, it looked sturdy.
It was anything but easy, I'll give you that. But, man, I take all the responsibility for screwing up in qualifying, going off track through the bus stop, trying to gain as much time as I could, and I just screwed up there. So that was all on me. So we had to start pretty deep in the field, right outside the top 20. I knew we could get through the field. I knew I would have been happy if I would have gotten to the top 10. Never would I, in my wildest dreams, think we could have even had a shot at the win there. But our long run pace was insane. I mean, short run speed, I think we were just on par with everyone else, maybe a little bit slower. Definitely had top 5 in the short run speed, but long run speed was something else. Like, I mean, we were like 10 seconds behind the leaders, and then I just kept doing my own thing. We were running them down and got them down to like 3 seconds before I made that undercut on him, got it to work. But when you come out on immediate, like on brand new fresh tires, they're gonna have the upper advantage. Even though it's one lap of tires, it's a huge advantage at a road course. But once the tires evened out, Fuller, he got out for me a little bit, but then I ran it back down, made the move into turn 1, and drove away at the win. And don't have to worry about Talladega next week either, so that's even better.
Oh, absolutely, definitely, because that's one of the wild card races like you always talk about. I mean, it was outstanding what you did here tonight. Definitely had a bad, fast machine and was able to pull it off. But you're into the next round, though, automatically. So, like you said, kind of a little breathing room here for the next 2 races. That round of 6 for you. Got anybody you want to thank for the win?
Absolutely. Got to thank First Bay Labs 207 Pro I do for all their support. Also got to thank Nick Silver and everyone at everyone else at Sim500 who does all the league admin, does all the series and stuff. And, of course, Nick doing the lead admin for this series, so can't thank him enough. Got to thank Kickass Beef Jerky for sponsoring the series. Definitely see if we can go get some beef jerky at the end of the year. Too bad we're not racing for some jerky next week at Dega with the No Bowl and stuff, so that's unfortunate. Got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Definitely going to go back and watch that. It looked like a heck of a race to watch. Also got to thank everyone at Team Name, Doy Woods and Chad Coleman who were racing tonight. And also got to thank anyone who was watching my stream, and thanks to everyone who was watching out on the whole network.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely. It was exciting to watch here. Yeah, awesome moves out there and a good run. And a little unique for the time event here. But nonetheless, like you say, you got some breathing room now. You can concentrate because you're in the next round of 6. On to try to battle for a championship again. Congratulations on that win, Daniel.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel Falkenham right there. Fast every week. And rightfully so, and he locked himself in to the next round, the round of 6. So now he's got a little breathing room. We'll Jeff with a wild one here is going to leave here at Watkins Glen. I tell you what, it was a good one.
Yes, it certainly was. I'm still blown away that Daniel Falkingham was able to get all the way up to the front. A fantastic run for him, and that really says a lot. Talk about driver skill, driving from 21st all the way up to first to win this race here tonight and lock himself into the next round. Good for him.
Well, folks, I tell you what, we're going to leave Watkins Glen here tonight. It's been a good one for myself and everybody here at Sim500. Everyone, have a good night.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't